Welcome to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews, and convention panels. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hey guys, Jim here.
And Kelly.
And welcome back to #RPGaDAY2025. It is August the 28th. And Kelly, what's the word of the day?
If I recall, it is...
Dun dun dun.
Wait for it. Did I keep you in suspense?
You did. Timing is everything.
Yes, so suspense is the prompt for today.
Suspense is hard.
Yeah. Although, I mean, sometimes you keep us like in suspense, like when at the end of some of the games, it's like they're just waiting for their points, and you just like milk it to see. It's like, and then you go, and that's a good place to wrap it up. And they're like, ah! Or like, we're just about to start something, something's about to happen, but of course, time-wise, it's like, and that's a good place to wrap it up. It was like said, you're in suspense until the next time.
That same bat time,
same bat channel.
I grew up with too much of the old Batman.
Yep.
Or the classic Sweeps Week ending. They fell off the cliff. Did they live? Did they die?
Oh, the matinee at the Bijou. the old Bijou serials used to do that. That's where they get the term cliffhanger ending.
Exactly.
It is specifically from those...
where they would stumble over the cliff and you wouldn't know.
And you're not going to know until, of course, the next episode of the serial, Mm-hmm. It's like, that's where it came from.
Yeah, soap operas have been doing it for 40 years.
Oh, come on. Every friggin' horror movie does it too, practically.
Well, that's where we get that credits, the hand that cliffs up from the grave, or the egg that shakes. Or the
alien sound at the end of the credits, oh shit, something. And that's, of course, what led to... those types of things led to now we get all the reels at the end, or the
Easter eggs.
Which is cool. I like it,
Mm-hmm.
But don't freaking establish it in a series, like a series of movies, and then change them. Marvel,
change the metric. Yeah,
Disney, I should say.
Yep, because when you start doing it, you set the expectation that you'll get a suspenseful end.
Exactly, that something is going to be after.
Yep, yeah. We love our Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And as a GM, make sure you're using suspense. In games with narrative dice, like Daggerheart or Genesis, where you have threats and fear, you can totally use those when the group decides to do a skill roll. And if they come up with fear or if they come up with threat, you can do something to get them all suspenseful.
Well, I think that Daggerheart is actually better at that.
Isn't it?
Because with the threat in the Genesis, you use it much more quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Daggerheart, it's just like you just stockpile it, and I'm like, I saw you collecting all those damn those black chips for every time that there was a roll with fear. And I was like, oh, and then you spend those things at the end, you evil monster.
You build it up, and it's sort of like in Fate, when
and I
you build
kept watching your pile get bigger and bigger, because so many people were rolling with fear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and I'm like, oh God, he still hasn't used any of those. And I'm like,
and it's great because
I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop.
The pile getting bigger is the suspense.
Exactly. I'm like, when is he going to use those? This isn't like the threat, whereas, which it's much more immediate in like Star Wars or in Genesis.
Except when I cache 3 of them and say, oh, you'll find out later.
Exactly. But it's already triggered whatever it is that's about to happen.
The fate,
it's just...
the die has been cast.
Yeah. Whereas with this one, you're actually using it later. You just have like this little stockpile, and every time you cash in, it's like 2 more friggin' monsters come at you. I mean, minions, yeah, but still.
And then cash in another one, and they all attack one person. So what Kelly's regarding is in the Daggerheart system, you can build up to 12 fear points, and then use a whole bunch, which you got to be careful as a GM not to like destroy the party. But it's a great way for letting them know that there's this impending fog of doom over them. Mm-hmm. Any second, a bunch of bad stuff's going to happen. Of course,
exactly.
In the system, for your NPCs to attack your players, you have to spend fear points. So you want to have a good pocket full of them. Whereas each player can have up to 6 hope points, you get a total of 12 max. But one thing I love about Daggerheart, the bane of every GM is when players decide to take a short rest. We're in the middle of the dungeon. We're going to take a short rest. The beauty is, in Daggerheart, whenever your group takes a rest, you generate fear. Because that's the suspension building. While you're taking rest, something is happening in the background. Things are moving and shifting.
Yeah.
And you might be able to...
Time waits for no one.
You might be getting your armor repaired and your hit points back, but the GM's getting some free fear built up.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you take a long rest, it's even more fear they get, because it's a D4 plus 1 for each player. So 1 overnight rest and a whole bunch of danger.
Bunch of trouble.
Which is also why in Daggerheart it's good to prepare for the suspense coming and get some hope ahead of time.
Yeah.
And another thing too I do like to do in Genesis and Star Wars is when a big damn despair happens, the natural one of the game, is using that to unlock something like when I prep my games, I decide, okay, if 2 despair happen in the game...
Shit, Darth Vader's showing up.
Darth Vader shows up, and that's what we did in Sons and Daughters of Mandalore, was the Sith showed up. He walked off the ship. As soon as you rolled your first despair, he walked off the ship. In my head, the explosive compound was going to blow up on the second despair. Whoever rolled the second despair, some debris was going to click the explosive canister, some shot was going to hit the canister. So in my head, the second despair would have caused a massive explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that way there's the suspense building. And as a GM, in a dice system like the narrative dice, you can totally tell your players that ahead of time. Because when dice go rolling...
Yeah, you did, like when we were on that one... in the last campaign, the one where we were rebel spies and stuff. And we went on to that space station, and they're like, okay, right here on the map, you can see there's Darth Vader.
There's clearly Darth Vader inspecting the station. And then
you said, it's like, depending on the number of despairs you get, Darth Vader will be showing up.
Yep.
And we're all like, ah!
I totally warned them ahead of time because, that was also like when I showed them the video of, that newest Star Wars game where you end up fighting Vader at the end. And it's not really fighting Vader, it's running for your life while he throws shit at you.
Oh, kind of like the Lich King when you had to do that.
Yep,
like,
where you're running away from him in WoW. Yeah, where it's like, just run away!
Run away!
There's no facing the big bad. Of course, tonight's not Nemesis, it's Suspense. So always give your players some foreshadowing, some warning of the suspense to happen, because it's in RPGs, fear is almost impossible to generate. Like with the exception of 10 Candles, which really does good jobs of making suspense by losing the abilities to re-roll and the candles go down. RPGs in general do not work well with fear and horror. And suspense building is so hard to generate, and then one person cracks a one-liner to break the tension, and you just lost all the suspense. Now it's Scooby-Doo getting ready to unmask the guy who would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling players. See how I brought the suspense to an end there?
Yeah.
So shall we break the suspense and wrap it up there?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, guys. For those of you that will be at Tucson Comic-Con this weekend, I will see you there. Unfortunately, Kelly is on the injured list, so she can't make it this weekend. But she's going to make up for it at being healthy for RingCon.
Yes.
So we can get all the RPGs. And Tucson, so you can see Gail Carriger.
Carriger,
yeah. It's going to be a fun time. So we will wrap it up there, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Playing Podcast Network. If you enjoyed our show, please check out D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Ragnarok Enroll a Scion Hero to Ragnarok Story. Also, check out our Patreon page for more content and behind-the-scenes things, as well as joining us for a one-shot game or two.